Hello everyone, and by everyone I mean still probably 0 people. This is one of the devlogs. I don't know which one it technically counts as, or we're gonna call it devlog 0. Here's game I've been working on for about a year or so. I already have saving and loading done. More on that later. I have random tick updates, which are actually fairly fast, so like grass can spread and everything, and it's barely even noticeable. And it's all loaded at the beginning, like when you first launch the game, so all the scripts are nice and separated, so supposedly easy mod support. I haven't actually tried to do that, but I'll, come to the out that, words are hard. It's fairly fast. I've spent most of the time optimizing it. I recently somehow got it twice as fast on mesh generation again, so clearly there's still lots to be done. But it is fairly fast. I already have basic inventory. I have player collisions. Can you see those at the beginning of the video? Oh, by the way, I'm recording this completely separate from the video, so I have no idea what you're seeing right now. And this Minecraft clone actually has chunks in every direction, so you can go up and down forever. Well, technically not forever because of floating point errors and whatnot, but infinite. And some of the problems, like you can probably see earlier on the video, surface features can't go between chunks like the trees. You can see just cut off if they're at a chunk border, because I have no way of handling updating data from other chunks before making sure they're loaded and whatnot, because the surface features are done when generating the data, so I don't know if the other chunks are generated. It's a mess. And that's one of the main problems is it can't start close to the player when generating chunks, because I have to generate all the data before I can start generating the mesh right now. I'll probably have a graphic up on screen showing what I mean by this, but in order for you to get the edge faces of a chunk to show, whether to decide if you need to put an edge on a face on the edge of a chunk, you have to check, the bordering chunk data to see if it's air or a stone or something. But the problem is you can't do that if there's no data there. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. I'm gonna make it to where it starts at the beginning and like goes outward in a spiral pattern so that it'll actually load from the player. But right now you have to wait for it all to be done before there's any chunks near the player, which is way too slow. And the player collisions at the corners of blocks doesn't really work because I'm only checking at the four, not corners, but axes. So like front, back, left, right of the player, so you can shove the corner into a block. You can't actually walk into the block, so technically it's fine, but you can see into blocks. And about the saving system, it's there and it works, but currently all the chunks in this video I have saved because I had to reload this a bunch of times because of stuff. It's only like 20 megabytes compressed, so it's like not bad, and it loads pretty quick, but every single chunk is its own file, so the save file for this is 50,000 files, which is not ideal. I guess I should probably tell you guys what my plans for the game even are, because that's what you'd probably find interesting, because there's not much right now. So the main thing is, like, I want to add like a menu for the build tool, so it's not just sphere, but you can add like any sorts of basic shapes, like whether it's full or hollow, stuff like that. And to go along with that, I want like a blueprint system, so you can like copy and paste chunks of the world how you see fit, because that would be cool. And I kind of want them to be bindable in the hotbar, so you'll be able to drag a creation to your hotbar and just place it if you have enough blocks in your inventory, which I think would be pretty cool. And the main like exploration of this game is actually going to be vertical, because infinite depth, and I have some plans for that I don't know enough yet to really say, but mainly you're going to get to a point where tools aren't actually strong enough, so you're going to need to build vehicles. That's my idea. You're going to have drill vehicles because those are cool. Not exactly sure how that's going to work, but it'll work probably. I want to add multiplayer. I will, I guess, add back multiplayer, because I actually had multiplayer in an earlier build of this, but it was crappy to maintain, so I kind of gave up on it. I have some ideas for both electric and mechanical kind of redstone. So like the redstone kind of like in Minecraft where you have like pistons and whatnot with wires, but also kind of the mechanical type stuff from like Vintage Story. So there's like rods that turn and gears. It's all fake gears because there's not actual physics going on, but I think that'd be cool. Sky islands, stuff like that. And also the main problem with the render distance right now, it's only about half what my computer can handle. It can, oh right, the render distance that you're seeing, well, at least we're seeing, I don't know what's happening at this point in the video because I did not record this much video. I just keep rambling and rambling. It's only 64 chunks, so it's 32 in all directions except for up and down, which I cheated and only put those on 8 so it would load quicker. And this only takes up about 8 gigs of RAM, so it's not bad. But the main problem, once you go any larger, is there's just so many draw calls, it kills the GPU. But I want to add like an octree struct, so that the chunks further away are actually like, so 2 chunks merge into 1 chunk, and then those 2 bigger chunks merge into 1 chunk further into the distance they get, so that there's less draw calls. And also, I guess, less data and whatnot, so it'll run faster. I don't know, this video's gone on for long enough. Goodbye.